This presentation of 4 Deep Sports Talk is brought to you by PTU Clinic. Find out about Bridgewater and Buzzards Bay's newest physical therapy clinic and what they have to offer at ptuclinic.com. Adria Restaurant and Banquet Facility located at 436 Oak Street in East Bridgewater. Visit adriarestaurant.net. And by Diesel Direct, your reliable source for fuel delivery. Head over to dieseldirect.com for more.
Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We have the third grade Taunton youth football. Coach, I got to get used to saying that. It's been too long. Superbowl champions. We have Coach Simpson, and you have the coach, right?
Yes.
Well, let's get in there. Can we do one thing? I just want to make sure he's not in that camera shot.
Yes.
You know, so we're going to have to
So
slide
you
down a
talk
little
in the
bit.
mic.
There we go.
On that side of him?
Perfect.
Good.
Yeah, you'll be right there. You go. That'll
You're
work.
good.
If you want to call
Three or
in.
4 cameras around.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 3 of them, and I just want to make sure all in the shot. 508. Oh, you got to turn that. You got to turn on the mic. Can you shut that, Coach? You have to slam that shut sometimes. Thank you. That'll work. Let me turn down the
I just wanted to make sure out there on the screen.
okay.
Looks good.
508-222-1320. Again, we have the third grade Taunton Youth Football Super Bowl champions in there. We'll talk about their run, but Coach, thanks for we finally set this up. We missed one day. We finally got one day straight, and I apologize for that.
No problem.
So
Happy to be here.
So what we'll do first is we'll have you young guys introduce yourselves. You can tell us.
We got ladies in here too.
Young lady.
Can't forget.
You know what? I'm going to say that again. We have these young youth third grade athletes in here right now. So what we'll do is have you guys say your name and what position you played. All right, we'll start with you, big guy.
I'm Connor Donovan, a.k.a. Tank. I play left guard.
Okay, so swing that mic over, hon. There you go. Go right up to the mic.
Defense.
I'm Melanie, and I play lineman.
Nice. Okay.
I'm Rory Williams, and I play running back.
Nice.
I'm Giovanni Elves, and I play quarterback.
Nice. Just quarterback?
No, he plays running back.
All right.
Running back? I play a lot.
You play a lot? Okay.
And for defense, I play DN.
Nice. You guys can share that mic. So, yeah, there you go.
I'm Leo Torres, and I play middle linebacker,
Nice. Just middle linebacker, that's it?
running back, and quarterback.
Nice. All right, big guy.
My name's Calvin Miranda, and I play QB.
Nice. Just QB?
Well, I play some defensive positions also.
Right. Coach, I can just imagine that contracts they sign with you.
They're all two-way players, Coach. They both play both sides of the ball very well this year.
All right, so I know Ahava has a bunch of questions she's going to dive into. And so if you can.
Have the coaches introduce.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Coach. That'd be nice because we go around.
Yep.
There you go.
Good afternoon. My name is Rolando Miranda, and I'm a defensive coach.
Coach Ty Simpson, head coach.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad you remembered that. All right, Ahava. Ahava's ready to go.
This is for the coaches. How did you keep the kids motivated throughout the season?
How do we keep the kids motivated? Challenging them, putting together game, a good practice schedule, keep the kids in small groups mainly. Big team with about 31 kids, but basically just try to put them in game situations, but challenge them at the same time. Every practice, especially coaching the third grade team, keeping them engaged throughout practices can be a challenge, but that's probably the best way to go about it.
Would you like to add something?
How do we keep them? How do we challenge them?
How do we challenge them? It's tough challenging. It's tough teaching this group because second and third graders, they have a short attention span. So we just got to keep them engaged and keep them going. I'm more of a vocal coach, so I'm always yelling. But I always tell them to listen to the message.
It's called motivating, Coach.
Yes,
You're
motivating.
No such thing as yelling. You're motivating.
Is motivating them. So I'm passionate about the game, so I make sure that if they love the game, then we're all going to be here.
And we do have our first call. So
First
Abe,
call.
So Abe, all I do is just hit that. Hi, you're first on 4 Deep Sports Talk as we highlight the Taunton Youth Football third grade Super Bowl champion team. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So one of the third graders is my grandson,
Oh,
Rory
boy.
Williams.
Herbie Williams?
Rory Williams.
Rory
Rory,
Williams.
your grandma was on the line.
Rory Williams. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
He just sunk in
Are
his
you
chair.
What?
Hi, Rory. How are you? It's Grandma.
Say hi.
Grandma and Papa.
You totally caught him off guard, Grandma. Do you have a question for the
Say hi.
kids?
I have a question.
Yes.
What is
Hi.
your favorite position?
Okay, that's a great question. So the question for all you guys is, his grandmother wants to know, what is your favorite position to play?
My favorite position to play is running back, wide receiver, and defensive end.
There you go. How about everybody else? Do you have a favorite position you like to play?
My favorite position is defensive line.
Defensive line? Okay.
My favorite position is defensive line too.
Nice. What about you two guys?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver? What about you two guys?
My favorite position is running back.
Okay. What about you, buddy?
My favorite position is quarterback.
All right. Do you have another question for him?
I do.
Okay.
Actually, for you, do you guys tape this that we could hear it when it's all done?
Yep. So if you go to the website right now, you can watch him live in studio. I don't know if you're at the website right now where you're listening.
I do, yeah.
Yep. So there's a link there to watch him live. And then I'm going to, once we edit this show for TV, we're going to send it over to Coach Simpson, and he's going to send out the link to everybody once we get it done.
So on the drop down, where do I go to live?
You want to? I love the questions. You want to go? See what it says? Watch us. There should be a watch us live button.
Watch us live.
Oh, be easy.
Under the drop down.
Yep. If you're on the main page, you go all the way down. It's under the drop down. It should say watch us live. He's hitting the mic.
Okay.
All right.
Full stuff. Wait a minute. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Love
Have
you
a.
guys.
She
Good
said
luck,
she loved you
Rory.
guys. Good luck.
Great season. You did awesome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
There you go.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you for the call.
Bye.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye. Bye, Roscoe.
Bye.
All right. There we go. The first call's on the. You look more
From
nervous.
grandma.
Poor
You got all
Havel.
the, you got all the grandma calls, right?
Poor Havel looked more nervous than the kid. What's your next question, kid?
What was the biggest challenge this season? How did you guys overcome it?
Great question.
Teaching second and third graders how to play football. I don't think that's the biggest challenge. Obviously, those that know football and the ones, if you've been around it, it is a difficult sport. I would say one of the most difficult sports to teach someone how to play. Very structured, detailed sport, and getting those kids lined up correctly, staying on sides, learning plays, and watching the kids at this is the second graders on this team as well, but second and third grade kids, getting them lined up and just actually playing the game the correct way, is a challenge. But then once you see them doing it, there's a lot of gratitude. And watching those kids, line up and have fun every Sunday, or every day in practice, but watch them go against another team and something that you taught them in practice, and seeing them actually, put it, execute it, is a good thing. But I would say the biggest challenge probably this year is just, is definitely teaching these kids, a lot of first year players. Some kids have played flag, so they know how to play football. They know the gifs. This is my goal. This is your goal. Don't let them score in your goal.
Right.
Whatnot. But teach them 11-on-11. Football is a challenging thing. But as they get older, watching them grow into the sport, it's a lot of gratitude, and it's a beautiful thing.
Now, how many preseason games do you guys have?
This year we only had one. We played a jamboree actually in Attleboro. In that jamboree, we played Attleboro and North Attleboro. We did have another one lined up at Brockton, but due to scheduling reasons, it did get canceled. But usually, off season, we probably play at least two or three of them.
Okay. I was curious. Now, with the new schedule, I'm gonna ask these kids this question. So when you guys got your schedule, right, was there a team you saw on that schedule you were looking forward to playing? Was there a certain particular team?
Yeah.
A town, city, whatever? All right,
Yeah.
we're going to start at this end. All right, what was the team?
King Philip.
King Philip, that's usually a good youth football program. All right, what about you, buddy?
I think Franklin.
Franklin, okay.
Lambs.
Who?
The Lambs.
What town they in?
Rams.
Rams. Lamb Lorenz.
What town's
The
that?
Lynn Rams, he said.
Oh, the Lynn Rams. You just said it fast. Okay. All right.
Brockton.
Brockton. Are they still the junior boxers?
They are the junior boxers, yes.
And they're not. They're out. They're a youth football.
No, they're actually in youth football with us. They're actually in the same league as with us. In the
Oh, nice.
SMS.
Helps with the commute.
Yes.
Right. What about you?
I think like Mansfield because my aunt is from Mansfield and I want to beat her team.
Oh, she wants to rub it in. That could hurt you in Christmas, though. That could hurt a Christmas present maybe later.
Not getting any Christmas gifts this year.
Right. What about you, big guy?
Brockton.
Brockton. Well, that's cool. You mean you all have your. I like it, Coach, because they all have their own little vantage. You know the way they look at stuff, and sometimes the high school kids are like they all say the same thing just to get out of the question. You know what I mean? We have another call. See if it stays. Yep. Hi, you're next on 4 Deep Sports Talk as we highlight the third grade Taunton Youth Football Super Bowl champions. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Go ahead, sorry.
So, well, there's 3 of us right now that are on this team listening to it.
Yep.
And so there's Rory, Gio, Mel, Judy, and I think there's a couple on
3 boys at a time.
I'm trying.
Well, we got some of our second graders here.
Awesome.
All right, who we got?
Say hi.
Hi. That's Mace Mace. I'm Jalen. Hi. That's Rara.
Actually, one of the kids on the phone right now is actually my son.
Oh, your son's calling?
My son Jay. I think he's with his friends, Mason, Ryan. This is actually the first year I actually coached my son. In football this year. I coached for years prior, before he was even born. So this year was actually my first year having a chance to coach him. Playing football, so it was a fun year.
Well, guys,
interesting year coaching your own kid for the first time, but it worked out well.
Been there, done that. Hey, guys, congratulations.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Ryan wants to know who played the hardest.
Who worked the hardest?
Ryan wants to know who worked the hardest.
I think it was Udi because he was the one taking all those hits every single every single game.
I think he agrees.
I think as a team they all worked hard all season to to achieve their team goal set in the beginning of the season.
Nice. Well, thank you for the call.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dad.
Now you get away about saying that sometimes. All right, we're going to take our first break. You can call in when we get back. 508-222-1320. We're highlighting the 2024 third grade Taunton Youth Football Super Bowl champions. We'll be back with them and more right after this.
My junior year of college, I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
So my uncle, he works here for like 40 plus years, and he said, choose Diesel Direct, don't go nowhere else.
Lo que me inspiró a mí fue mi hijastro cuando él se graduó con su CDF.
I was telling my stepdad and my brother, hey, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I was showing them the type of income that I was making. The equipment that we have at Diesel Direct is the best.
I aim to go in the big unit, the tractor trailer, so I'm trying to work myself up.
I never really had a career before this, but I just want to do my job well and be accepted. And I feel like a lot of people, that's all they want, right? And you definitely get that here.
Hey, welcome back. You are listening and watching 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We'd like to thank everyone who called in. That was pretty good. 2 big calls the first quarter of the show. Again, you want to call in 508-222-1320. And I know, Haver, you still have more questions, correct? Yeah. All right, so Haver's, let me turn your mic on. All right, so Haver's going to dive into some more questions. You guys ready for the questions?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, just checking.
You guys feel a lot more comfortable now?
Yeah.
You good? All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right. All right, what do you got?
So this is for all you guys. What's your favorite part about playing football?
We'll start with Tank.
We'll start with Tank and we'll work our way over.
Tackling.
Tackling, nice.
Probably like just having fun.
What's so fun about it? Just going out there, running around with your friends and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Tackling, blocking. I used to love to block when I was a kid. All right, what else you guys got?
So my favorite thing about football is the tackling and scoring and running.
Okay.
11 on 11.
11 on 11. What about you guys?
I like about football, I like to practice and
Okay.
tackle.
You like it all. All right, what about you, big guy?
I like just making plays, getting yards, having fun, and hanging out with my friends.
Awesome. All right, we have another call. Hi, you're next on 4 Deep
We're on
Sports
fire
Talk.
this morning.
We're on
coming
fire.
in.
I love it. Hello? Hello? Yes.
How you guys doing today? This is Jeremiah calling.
Jeremiah,
Yes.
do you have a question for the guys?
Yes. So I just want to know what their favorite part of the season was, and then I also want to know what they might be working on this summer to come back next year stronger.
Oh, that's a great question. So what was the favorite part of your season this year, guys? We'll start at this end, we'll work our way over.
My favorite part about the season was getting into the playoffs and then starting from there from after.
Nice.
My favorite thing about this season is
What was your favorite moment? What was your favorite
Yeah,
moment?
what favorite part of the season?
when
What
we-
part of the season made you most happiest?
Exactly.
when we win the Super Bowl.
Most happiest, not a word, is it?
When you won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you guys?
When I got my one-hand interception.
One-hand interception. I hope I get a picture of that.
So one thing that made me happy this year is how our team moved on and on.
Nice.
What made me happy this year was just tackling everybody.
Nice.
My favorite thing this season was playing on Sunday.
All right. Well, thank you for the call. I'm gonna give him the second part of that question right now. You're welcome. All right. So his second part of his question was, and caller, we're going to get to you 1 second, okay?
Sure.
Thank you. So the second part of his question is what do you want to work on for next year? Now, next year you'll be 4th graders. Is there anything you want to work on for next year? Do you want to work on your running? All right. We'll start with Tank, and then we'll work our way over. Tank, what do you want to work on for next year?
Getting better at tackling.
Very good.
Getting better at blocking.
Okay.
So what I want to work on is agility.
Awesome. That's a big word for a little kid.
Boomsticking.
Boomsticking. He wants to be. I guess that's working on tackling, I guess, right?
Yeah, right. That's a fancy way of saying that.
I want to learn next year, I want to have more strength.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's going to be scary.
Right?
I want to work on my speed and my tackling.
Awesome. All right, so we have another call. Are you still on the line? Hello?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What do you get for the guys?
So the whole team is there in total?
No, we only have 6.
Yeah, 6 of us.
There's 6 of us. We only could fit so many in the studio.
Okay, great. I would just like to say I'm so proud of the 8U. They amazed me beyond belief. But also, I would like to congratulate Coach Ty and his staff.
Awesome.
Yeah, Ty has been coaching the city. He coached my son for a couple of years, both my sons, and he is a great man. He's a stand-up guy, and he knows the mathematics of football. I trust my life with any future kids when it comes to football with Ty.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's one heck of a Christmas present he's getting.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Much
I would
appreciated.
just like to
Yes.
say something real quick.
Please.
Uriel Torres is my nephew. I got him to play a couple years ago, and it has been the joy of my whole family's talk of his church, my family. My whole family is just so happy and so proud of him. He is an outstanding, polite, sweet kid, and I'm glad that he could be a force for Taunton as of right now. And he's taking up to be like his older brother, Elijah Prophet, of Taunton High School. He's a senior that just graduated. He got MVP this year. But I'd just like to say I'm absolutely proud of him. Anything that Uriel does on any team he goes, his uncle, which he calls me Theo, my name is Jeff Prophet, will always follow for him. And,
Awesome.
I would just like to say I'm proud of the 8U.
Thank you, Jeff.
I'll
Thank you,
always
man.
be there for you guys. All right?
All right. Well, Merry Christmas. We appreciate the call. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That was a great call.
Right. Yes, Jeff, I did coach one of Udi's his older brother was captain of the football team this year. Also a great wrestler.
Oh, wow.
As well, probably one of the best wrestlers in the state. I'm not sure what weight class he's in, but a very dominating wrestler as well. Elijah Prophet, that would be Udi's one of Udi's older brothers, who was very similar to Udi when he played. would run through kids carrying half the team on his back, but it's something that runs in the family
awesome.
with strength and with that family. But thank you, Jeff. Really appreciate it.
That was a good call. That's one heck of. I want to see the Christmas present you get that guy. No, that was a nice. That was warm felt, and you could tell he was being sincere.
Yes.
That was really cool. Sorry. So what do you got?
What was your guys' favorite what was your guys' favorite moment about playing in the Super Bowl? Like something that you just had fun with, or just how'd you feel about it?
That's a great question. All right, we'll start from this end this time.
I felt just happy about my running backs and my defense making tackles, stopping the offense.
Nice.
The thing that I liked is when, in the Super Bowl, when we hold the trophy up.
Right. Nice.
My favorite thing is when Udi got his first interception.
Awesome. They're so honest. I love it.
When Jalen got his first touchdown.
Awesome.
And the Super Bowl.
No, yeah. What do you like about the Super Bowl? Right, that was the question. What do you like about the Super? I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Just winning the first Super Bowl.
Awesome.
Winning my first Super Bowl.
Nice. That's awesome. 508-222-1320 if you want to call in. And if you are hearing us, you should be able to hear us back in Taunton on 1320 a.m. You can see the guys in studio. The athletes in studio. Excuse me, I want to make sure I get that politically correct. At all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. Just hit the watch us live. You can see them on the YouTube page at WARA YouTube page. This show will be edited, and we're going to shoot it over to Coach. It's going to be on Taunton Community Access in probably about 2 weeks. But Coach will have first dibs to look at it on YouTube, and he'll shoot that out to all the people. Coach, you got some great support out there. This is really, I love this stuff.
I do. The football community, we used to be Taunton Pop Warner. We are Taunton Youth Football now. We did make the change this offseason to AYF. Wasn't a decision made by myself. That was, a community. Me and my board, we brought it to the table, to the community. As a community, we voted to go that direction, which means got a lot of people behind me. Backing this decision up on it, but altogether, Taunton is a great community, and they do not just with football, but a great job in all sports, football, basketball, hockey, everything, when it comes to supporting their kids in youth sports.
Now, you had to go through the transition we talked about the new athletic director. He's been really supportive of, Taunton, I almost said Pop One again, Taunton youth football.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys do any, I want to make sure I get this out before I forget, do you guys doing like fundraisers and stuff we want to get out there? Is that all done until next year?
Fundraising is done. We have a bingo in January, but we are wrapping up the season right now.
Yeah, okay.
But the grind never stops with the season. We do have, I believe, a bingo scheduled in January. Then our banquet is in February, and then right after that, I believe our signups will be in March.
Just like that.
And it doesn't stop. It slows down a little bit, but doesn't stop. And right now we're in the process of putting together a bunch of off-season clinics for the kids. Always trying to push kids to get better, to improve any way they can in the off-season. So right now we are again in the process of putting together our off-season schedule for the kids, not just kids but coaches as well.
Now, from what I remember, when I was doing the youth football thing, it was you couldn't play OCYFL teams. This is before AYFL took off.
Yes.
The old Connolly League football, you couldn't play them. But now I notice, now that you're AFL, you guys can play some of those non-league out-of-conference games. Is that correct?
Depending, I know that I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the OCYFL, they go by weights.
Yeah, they do.
And that's the reason why they probably can't play outside of their league, where Pop Warner and AYF there's no weight restrictions anymore. I believe the weight restriction went out in 2018. So our first year with no weights was 2019.
Oh, okay.
That was our first year with no weights. When we were Pop Warner, we did play AYF teams in the off season. I mean, in the preseason.
Right.
But the league we're in right now, there's about 19 to 20 teams, so there's really no reason to. I mean, we could play a Pop Warner team, but there's really no reason to. There's enough AYF. AYF is slowly taking over the region.
And it seems like it's more friendlier for the kids. From back in the day, some kids couldn't make it because of the weight restriction. Now it's kind of lifted to a certain point, right?
No, there's no weights.
Yeah, that's right. You said that.
There's no weights at all.
So
I've had some. We had a pretty big line this year. I try to recruit the biggest kids out there.
Yeah,
I think
Oh yeah, have them play football.
I'm a very strong believer in that your offensive line will lead you the way.
Right.
So I try to get the biggest and strongest kids out there. As putting the O line, and if your O line is working, then everything else works.
Right. All right, we're going to step away. If you want to call in when we get back, 508-222-1320. Again, the Super Bowl champs from Taunton Youth Football, the third graders. We'll be right back with them and more right after this.
My junior year of college, I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
So my uncle, he works here for like 40 plus years, and he said, choose diesel direct, don't go nowhere else.
Lo que me inspiró a mí fue mi hijastro cuando él se graduó con su CDF.
I was telling my stepdad and my brother, hey, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I was showing them the type of income that I was making. The equipment that we have at Diesel Direct is the best.
I aim to go in the big unit, the tractor trailer, so I'm trying to work myself up.
I never really had a career before this, but I just want to do my job well and be accepted. And I feel like a lot of people, that's all they want, right? And you definitely get that here.
You're next on 4 Deep Sports Talk. Are you still there?
Yes, hi. First of all, great season, guys. Very proud of you guys. You played hard all year. It was fun to watch. I have a quick question for you. In the final game against Lynn, they seem to be running a no-huddle offense. Did that throw your team off a little bit?
That's a great question. He wants to know, how they were going, how you guys were playing Lynn, and they weren't huddling, they was just going to the line and running their plays.
Yeah.
Do you think that threw you guys off out of your game?
Talk.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Or anybody else have a comment on that?
Yeah, I think that when they just ran to the line, we weren't even ready, so that just threw us off.
I didn't even know because I didn't even know they had to play.
It tricked me because I thought they were doing the same plays and they would do a different play.
Yeah, like they were just running to the line. We couldn't get set.
Right.
And they had like the best players because we didn't even have tryouts.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Again, great season, guys. Very proud of you. You guys really had a great job. Thank you.
Thank you for the call.
You bet.
All right, bye-bye.
To follow up on that phone call, the group, this team was fortunate enough to make it to the New England Regional Championship this season, and we ran into a very good Lynn Rams team. We definitely took one on the chin that game. When we play in our regular season at this level, you play by modified rules, but when you move on to nationals, they go into federation rules, high school rules.
Yeah.
At that point, which could throw the third grade kids off a little bit. Lynn was a very well prepared team, maybe a little bit prepared than we were that game. That goes for mainly the coaching. But congratulations to Lynn. They're a great team, but that's no slight on our team, who again still had an amazing season.
Right.
This year, so kudos to Lynn and that coaching staff.
So my old coaching question to you is: you played National High School Federationals in the regionals?
In the regionals, yes. I was caught off guard by it as well. Yeah. I think it's kind of crazy to play federation rules at a third grade level, at high school level, but the rules are the rules, and we did play a previous game. We did great in it. Again, the Lynn team was very, very well coached, and a very well coached team, very well put together team, and they executed very well that day.
So then no huddle caught you off balance.
Oh yeah, a lot of things caught us off guard that day.
Well, that was one of them, right?
That was just one of many. Dominic.
Oh, that's funny.
You got a question?
Yeah, I do. So, Lucy Cabral here. Welcome to the studio, everybody, and congratulations on your Super Bowl win. I have a question for the kids. Obviously, you have some great coaches here. What is the one thing that you learned to help your game?
From the coaches. Right?
From the coaches.
What's one thing that me and Rocho taught you guys this year? And be nice. Be nice, guys. Be nice. Who's gonna go first? Gonna go first, Tank?
Tank. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. What did you learn from these coaches, Tank?
I learned to tackle better from these coaches.
Nice.
I learned how to block better and learn how to
fire off the ball.
Yeah.
There you go. That's okay. That's okay.
I learned about more agility and more information of how to run the ball.
Awesome.
I learned how to hold the ball.
Okay.
I learned how to not be scared, how to play like when we play a game, and I learned that when we play, we need to be a team to win a game.
Nice. Nice.
I learned to not be scared of people who are bigger than me and stronger than me.
Good for you.
Same.
Same? There you go. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. At 508-222-1320. And how many, you got more? Haver's ready to go.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have her headphones on. That's it. She's off key a little bit.
How was the support from the parents? Like, what did they do to help the team? I know they obviously were a big, use of help to get them to this point, bring them to practices.
The support from the family.
Coach, pick that mic right up and there you go.
The support from the parents were great. They were engaged in every play, every second of the game, from start to finish. They supported their kids. They supported their team. We all became family. And I think we had the best cheering section in the whole season.
Do you guys have cowbells? Do you guys
we
have
had
the
cowbells.
Cowbells, absolutely.
We had blowhorns. We had everything.
Right. College atmosphere except for the band, right?
Except for the band. We had the cheerleaders, though. Cheerleaders did awesome out there.
That's awesome.
Now we have a very good group of parents. As you know, Dominic, we obviously we start practicing in the middle of the summer. It's hot, and by the time we wrapped up in the middle of November. It's probably in the 30s at that point. And
right.
At the beginning of one practice, I looked over at a few mothers. I'm like, you guys have been here for every single practice.
That's awesome.
I missed one. Shout out to Tabitha and Melissa as well, if you're listening out there. You guys, I noticed you guys came to every single practice, did not miss one. I believe you guys, there might be a few, could be missing a few, but definitely a few dads out there. But for the moms that were out there from beginning to end, shout out to you guys.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Would you like to say something?
Yes, sir. What do you got?
The parents were doing good screaming, and also my mom. She was the one that was screaming loud.
Oh, I can see her. I can see her in the background. She doesn't know, I don't think she knows she's on TV, but I can see her in the background.
She's like,
Your mom was that loud? Were you
loud.
she didn't embarrass you though, right? No. Yeah, parents don't embarrass. This is just for support. Why don't we do that before we forget? Yeah, let's do the shout outs. So before we usually do this near the end of the show, but I want to get it out there now. So why don't we, we'll start with Tank, and you can shout out to, do shout outs to your parents, grandparents, anybody want to shout out to?
Shout out to my dad for being at every single game for me.
All right.
It's not family, but it's friends. Shout out to Tabitha because she was at every game yelling let's go Tigers.
Shout out to my dad and my mom, because my mom travels from her work to my games.
Shout out to Udi's mom and my mom because Udi's mom is loud so we can do this.
I love that.
shout out to my dad because he didn't miss any game, and my mom.
Nice.
Shout out to my football team and my parents for always coming to the game, not missing one practice or 1 second of a game.
Cool. How about you? Do you coaches want to give any particular shout out while we're in that type of rhythm right now?
I would like to give a shout out to the whole organization. I want to give a big shout out to Ty Simpson. He's been a good mentor to me, teaching these kids, just keeping them focused. I want to give a shout out to the parents for being there for their kids, because I know it's hard. Some parents are single parents,
right?
And they give it their all for their kids. And another shout, I want to give a shout out for my son Calvin Miranda. He tries very hard.
Oh, that's your son. That's your son.
That's my boy. Right. He tries hard, and I try to teach him to be a team player.
Nice.
Don't be scared.
There you go.
Don't be scared.
I'll again shout out to the whole program, everyone that I work with on the board. It's not easy, putting this together every year, but we managed to do it. Shout out to all the parents that sign their kids up, knowing what it entitles, the commitment it takes to play football. You pretty much given up your entire August to be down there every day from 6 to 8. Biggest shout out to my wife, Tiffany. I don't know if you're listening. I think you are.
Good recovery, Coach.
Right,
Good
right.
recovery.
That's to my wife for putting up, for allowing me to do this. Again, this is my 10th year, 11th season coaching. Every year, she's like, "Oh, well, you're gone for a couple months."
Right. Just remember where you live.
Right, remember where you live. But she knows how dedicated and committed I am to it. So, big shout out for her for putting up with it and allowing me to continue to run the program.
Awesome. We are going to take our last break. If you want to call in, when we come back, 508-822-1106. We'll be back with the Super Bowl champions right after this.
My junior year of college, I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
So my uncle, he works here for like 40 plus years, and he said, choose Diesel Direct, don't go nowhere else.
Lo que me inspiró a mí fue mi hijastro, cuando él se graduó con su CDF.
I was telling my stepdad and my brother, hey, you know, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And I was showing them the type of income that I was making. The equipment that we have at Diesel Direct is the best.
I aim to go in the big unit, the tractor trailer, so I'm trying to work myself up.
I never really had a career before this, but I just want to do my job well and be accepted. And I feel like a lot of people, that's all they want, right? And you definitely get that here.
Welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk. I'm Aheva Jet with the Taunton Youth Football team. This question's for the coaches. How did you balance teaching the fundamentals of football also while letting the kids make sure they still have fun with the game?
You go first. I'll go. Go ahead.
It's a tough challenge, truthfully, because their attention span is small, very small. And I forgot the question, but I'm going to freestyle it.
Coach, just pick up that mic. There you go.
Short. I'm
you
sorry.
Go. No, you're fine.
Yes, it's challenging. It's very, very tough. It's. You guys got me on the spot.
That's all right.
No, I got it.
Come on, take over time.
Well, first, with this group, it's all about having fun. This is the base of our program. So you want this group, this is the group that's going to be in your program for the next 5 to 6 years. So when you're teaching fundamentals, you got to do your research. These kids are not high school kids. They're not the 8th grade, not the 7th grade team. So you have to do your research, prior to the season starting and finding things, fundamental drills that also are fun, challenging drills. Like I said at the beginning of the interview, putting them in competitive, this group could be very competitive. So putting them in competitive fundamental drills, they're learning, but they're also having fun at the same time.
Right.
Sometimes, there are some times where we got to do drills that they may not be as fun. Mm-hmm. But one of the group's favorite thing to do, shout out to my guy Julius. All right, every practice. Can we do duck, duck, truck? Can we do duck, duck, truck? Which is basically almost like a duck, duck, goose game that's done usually at this level. Right. You may see it online with older kids, but it's probably best at this level. The kids sit in a big circle, and the kid on the outside will run around the circle, tap someone in the head. That kid gets up. and tries to cut off the kid at an angle. It could be called something different out there, but it's a fundamental drill, tackling drill that the kids enjoy. So I was talking to one of my coaches during practice. I'm like, I really don't like this drill, but the kids like it. They're having fun. So I made sure I carved out a time every Thursday that we would play that game because sometimes with this group you gotta give a little.
Yeah.
So you got to give them, so hey, let them have fun, and then maybe we'll, get back to business in a few minutes.
Right. So my question: what's the big difference between Pop Warner besides the grade? Because I think Pop Warner was playing NCAA, right? Rules.
No, Pop Warner had their own rules. Pop Warner had their own set of rules.
Yeah, so it's changed.
But then certain leagues can modify the rules in a way. AYF, you can modify your rules, but outside of your league, once you play outside of your league, it's federation. It's straight high school rules.
Okay.
Where Pop Warner really, in a way, it does follow. It was very confusing with Pop Warner what exactly what rule book you were going to go by. We ran into that situation a couple of years ago when we were Pop Warner. A situation came up, I believe, involving cut blocking, and we were going by Pop Warner rules. The federation, no one knew which rule to go. I mean, that's no knock on Pop Warner, but with AYF, it's straight federation rules across the board. If there's no answer, go by the federation rule.
Right, and the play clock's shorter too to get off each play than Pop Warner was. I
believe it's 25, I believe.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was shorter than that.
No, it's about 25, 30, I believe.
Because that was the biggest thing in high school. We were just trying to. Everything was on. Everything we did at the freshman level. Everything we did was get up and go, just go. So you do 5 plays, and it was like Lynn. They knew the 5 plays because you beat it in
right.
Mm-hmm. And plus they're at the high school level, so it was a little bit easy to teach. So. Yeah, that was the deal there. That got me so that got me so upset. Then I realized, we can actually go into a huddle now and get it off. It was pretty. By then the season was over, but it was fun to see him just progress, and that must mean more to the parents, if anything, the way their kid basically grew up in your arms for the whole season. So that must be really inspiring to know that. I mean. You always have someone that you can't make it. It happens. Unfortunately, it does happen. Every now and then you get this, somebody that's not happy, but eventually they see the hard work you guys. Because last time I checked, you're getting paid $0.
Nope, $0.
$0. You know
Trust
what I mean?
me, my wife reminds me all the time.
Right. And I heard you guys are getting a bonus next year, another $0. Right. So there's a pay increase for you right there.
I mean that's a big part why a lot of coaches, a lot of youth coaches, get involved. It's making an impact in some kids' lives.
Yep.
Some kids need that structure. Some kids,
right.
Sometimes one coach can change a kid's whole, attitude around, their whole demeanor around. A kid can be having a bad day, and then coming to practice, being around coach can change that kid's whole day around.
Right.
So
it's like a culture shock for a little kid.
Right. And it's good. You got to come there with a good attitude every day. Smile, ready to work. Be upbeat, get the kids upbeat, things like that. So.
I just thought of something. So before we get you in trouble, why don't we give a shout out to your board, because you can't do it all by yourself.
I give a shout out to my board. Yeah, shout out to Vice President Tyler. Ryan, our football coordinator, Kerry, our treasurer, Megan, our scholastic, also a team mom. Who else we got? Amy, our register, Nicole, Christo, who do our fundraising, Chris, who was our social media person, and big shout out this year to our cheer coordinator. First year taking over for Marianne, Marianne has been doing it for years.
Oh, yeah.
Very successful cheer coach, ran a very successful cheer program for many years. She stepped down last year. Nicole stepped in, brand new kind of to the cheer world. Her daughter cheered, but, she was just a mom on the side, but stepped up this role, took on a huge responsibility. I believe two out of the four teams were able to reach nationals I believe
That's
they
pretty
both
good.
finished second down. They just got back from nationals last week. With Rosie and Nicole both together did an amazing job, and I believe they will be on here soon. I believe we got to figure out a date,
Right.
but the cheerleaders will be here hopefully in a couple weeks, telling you all about their season. And,
That'd be awesome.
And everything they do. They put a lot of work in. They start the same time that we do.
Right.
Every year in July, same day we do. Their season's actually longer because sometimes they go to nationals, so their season's maybe two or 3 weeks longer than
Right.
football normally because we haven't made it to Florida yet, but they have. So
Right. So you guys have the luxury, which we didn't have before. You have Taunton High and Coyle and Hopewell Park to play on, right?
We do. We have in
really
the past.
cool.
We have used both fields in the last 3 seasons. I would say we definitely have played at both fields,
which is cool.
It is
Yeah.
great. The city has been great to us with letting us use the facilities. We meet with them a month or two before the season starts to get everything locked down. So again, working with AJ with Park and Rec and Otto and Ralph the new Ralph the new athletic director at Taunton High. We all just have one thing in common, which is okay. It's for the kids.
Right.
It's for the kids, and we all sit together and bang out a schedule and make sure these kids have a place to play every weekend during the season.
That's
for
cool.
Home games, yeah.
So when signups?
Signups will be in March. I believe we don't have an exact date on that yet. We got to figure out when our league's going to open up the AYF link to register.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's sometime in late March that we'll get that going. For those that are out there listening, and we are taking as many kids out there for kindergarten first graders to play flag and starting in second grade all the way up to 8th grade. If you're interested in playing football or any parents that any questions or curious about playing, you can hit us up online, our Facebook page, answer any questions you have, and let's get them out there next season.
All right, we have another call. We can just get this call in. Welcome to the show, and we get another call. All right, let's get this first one, and we might not get the second one. Are you there? Hello? Hello. Oh, that's not good. Let's try it again. Hi, are you there? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon, Dominic. How are you?
Hey, Louie, what's happening? You have a quick question for him?
No, just want to wish everybody a happy holidays.
Awesome.
And I'm glad I caught the end of your show.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Lou.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye. That was really cool. That was Lucy's husband.
Okay.
We have one quick.
So I have one question for all of you. Who's your favorite player?
No.
This time we'll start at this end. Favorite player.
NFL?
NFL.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, favorite player?
Who do you look up to?
Yeah. My favorite player in the NFL is Saquon Barkley.
Nice.
My favorite player is Derrick Henry, but also I like Bo Jackson.
Nice.
Debo Samuels.
All
I
right.
have 3 best players: Christian McCaffrey, Tom Brady, and Tyreek and Jamar Chase.
Nice.
I have 3.
Okay.
Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce.
Awesome.
My favorite NFL player is David Andrews.
Nice.
Awesome.
Very cool. Well, we got to wrap this up. So, Coach, it was good to see you. Thanks for coming on. I really
Thank you. Thank you.
And guys, everybody on the station for 1320 want to say congratulations. We can speak for them, and all of us here at 40 Sports Talk, we want to wish you guys congratulations. And this show will be edited, and as soon as we get it done, Coach, we'll shoot it out to you, and the guys can watch the show. But for a Haver Jet, you have fun?
Yeah.
And Luce Cabral, I'm Dominic Damiano.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Absolutely. All right, we will catch you next time. Everyone have a fantastic holiday. Merry Christmas.
Bye. Maybe see you next year.
Bye.
4 Deep Sports Talk would like to thank its supporters, including PTU Clinic. Find out more about Bridgewater and Buzzards Bay's newest physical therapy clinic and what they have to offer at ptuclinic.com. Adria Restaurant and Banquet Facility located at 436 Oak Street in East Bridgewater. Visit adriarestaurant.net for more. Diesel Direct, your reliable source for fuel delivery. Log on to dieseldirect.com to get more information. And by the New England Knockouts, Brockton's brand new Frontier League baseball team. Get your tickets for the inaugural season today at knockoutsbaseball.com.
This has been a presentation of 4 Deep Sports Talk, where high school and youth athletics come first.